Hey guys, DarudeLeafStorm here, and I'm here with VPL Week 2 Team Builder / Battle. I am going to do these probably both in the same video every week. So yeah, last week we took on VOODOO. If you haven't checked that out, I definitely recommend you do, because spoilers, we actually did pick up the win, which is a good start. I think it was 4-0, I think. I believe it was 4-0. So yeah, this week we're going up against Joey, and I don't know his team, I can't remember it, and I can't really check the sheet right now. So yeah, and just looking at his team, he's got Tapu Fini, Dragonite, Gyarados, Celebi, Simeon, Magmortar, Mismagius, Alolan Raichu, all of the Silvally forms, and Licky Licky. This is an extremely hard team to prep for, not only because of all the Silvally forms. This team just destroys mine, basically. It is a really bad matchup for me with the Gyarados and the Tapu Fini. It's very scary for my team, not gonna lie. And there were a lot of mons that I really needed to bring, but I just couldn't be. And like, I needed Palosand for Simeon, Alolan Raichu, and mainly to just be bulky. But I just couldn't bring it because he has Mismagius, he has Tapu Fini, as Gyarados. I know he can get Water Compaction, I think it's called, and then maybe paired with a Paso Berry, that actually would have worked quite well as a combo. But it really wasn't worth it in my opinion. And yeah, so this is a very tough matchup for us, as well as if his Dragonite gets a DD up, we basically lose. So yeah, we're gonna get into this. We have Dry Ice, the Mega Glalie, as our first mon, with Freeze Dry, Return, Earthquake, and Ice Shard, 252 attack, 252 speed, 4 in special attack, Naive Nature. This is to speed tie with the Celebi, if it's max speed. Freeze Dry hits the Gyarados, it hits Tapu Fini, not very hard, but it hits it. Return obviously hits Dragonite, and well, his entire team, really. He doesn't really have a great switch into Return, so maybe he'll bring like Silvally Steel or something like that, to take on my Mega Glalie. Silvally Ice actually would have worked, to be honest. So yeah, we're running Earthquake, obviously, for the Magmortar mainly. Ice Shard to threaten out Dragonite. Because, yeah, I know we outspeed it, but after a D-Dance, he shouldn't be able to kill me after rocks with E-Speed, I don't think. And then we can just click Ice Shard, basically, just to make sure we pick up the kill. That's why I'm running Naive over Hasty, I think it is. So, yeah. Next we got Time Wizard, the Beginner. On the leftovers with Shift Gear, Calm Mind, Dazzling Gleam, Thunderbolt. This does a lot to his team once Magmortar is dead. It can set up on quite a few things. Running 216 speed. I can't quite remember what that's for. I think it's to outspeed Scarfed. It's to outspeed something that's Scarfed. Could possibly be Dragonite at +1. I think that is probably what it is, actually. So yeah, we're running that. So we outspeed at +2. Running Modest, 32 HP, 4 defense, 4 special defense. This really does do a lot to his team. Once I get a Shift Gear and a couple of Calm Minds up, well, one Calm Mind should really do it. I think I have a very good chance of sweeping. Once things are weakened, though, of course. So yeah, not much to say about Time Wizard. Next we got Bullseye, the Terrakion Choice Scarf. This puts on a lot of pressure to his team with Stone Edge, Poison Jab, Close Combat, and X Scissor, 56 HP, 252 attack, 192 speed, 4 in special defense, 4 in defense. It's enough speed to outspeed Scarfed Celebi if he does bring it. I don't think he'll bring Scarfed Celebi, but yeah. Not much to say about this either, it just hits really hard. Next we got Assault Vest Geico, the Heliolisk, with Dry Skin, Volt Switch, Thunderbolt, Dark Pulse, and Hidden Power Ice. 24 HP, 4 in defense, 4 in special defense, 252 special attack, 224 speed. We're in the Assault Vest to take on Tapu Fini a lot better, because he doesn't have a ground type, which means we can Volt Switch around all day. Fingers crossed. So yeah, not much to say about this either. It just puts on a lot of pressure. Then we have Judge Druid, the Drudagon holding the Haban Berry with Rough Skin, Raw, Dragon Claw, Thunder Punch, and Stealth Rock. This is it just in case Dragonite gets really, really scary. We can live Dragon Claw at +1 and go for Dragon Claw if it KOs, or just go for the safe Raw. We have 240 HP, 252 defense, Impish Nature with a attack, so not much there. And finally, we have Batman. That was so rushed, but you know, it's whatever. Holding the Black Sludge with Inner Focus. I think it was actually Infiltrator in the match. I think I changed it. Cross Poison, Super Fang at Roost and Taunt. Here to wall Tapu Fini basically. With 240 HP, 252 special defense, Careful Nature, and 8 attack. Yeah. Crobat was kind of just there because Tapu Fini just scares me. I just hate it so much. So yeah. Excuse me. So yeah. Let's get into the match. So let me hop on over here. As you can see, he brought Passimian, Celebi, Tapu Fini, Mismagius, Dragonite, and Licky Licky. Not really what I was expecting. Celebi, Tapu Fini, Dragonite, and Licky Licky. I expected Passimian. When I looked at my team and then looked at Passimian, I was like, oh my god, this thing destroys me if it's Choice Scarf. So yeah, that's fun. And that's one reason why I probably should have brought Palossand. Because if you look at his team, Palossand actually doesn't match up that bad against this team in particular. I know he does have Mismagius, Celebi, and Tapu Fini, but yeah, actually it does match up pretty bad because Licky Licky takes it on, to be honest, because of Heal Bell mainly. Dragonite sets up on it, and Passimian is the only thing I really wall. So looking at this match, I wasn't feeling too confident, not gonna lie, but let's get into this. I'm going to lead with Dry Ice, my Mega Glalie, just to get my Mega off straight away. He doesn't have a lot for this at all, so if I can just get some offensive pressure on straight away, it would be really nice. I may have, probably should have led with Heliolisk, but it doesn't matter because he leads with Passimian. And I'm just like, well, this is fun because he's probably going to be Choice Scarf because Passimian, that's what it runs. So I'm going to go on to my safe switch in Judge Druid. It basically does nothing this match, to be honest, as he is going to fire off a close combat. Kind of wish I was Rocky Helmet over the Haban Berry, because now we don't live a Dragonite, Dragon Claw +1. So getting that extra damage on the Passimian would have been nice. As here I proceed to just go for the Stealth Rocks, as he's going to withdraw out into the Licky Licky, actually. Actually, I don't set up my rocks. I thought I did. I really had no reason not to go for rocks there. But yeah, I got into my Crobat right here, expecting Tapu Fini. And here I'm just going to fire off a Super Fang because we're going to get half HP gone from this Licky Licky, and it's going to be great. He proceeds to go to the Body Slam, and I was praying that this doesn't paralyze me. But, you know, it's me. Of course it paralyzes. I know it's 30% chance, but still, on the first Body Slam, okay. So here I proceed to just go for a, I just proceed to switch out. So yeah, I actually forgot I did that. And I went out to Bullseye, expecting the Wish, as he is going to fire that off. And yeah, so I'm just going to click Close Combat here, as he's going to Protect to scout out my moves. If I wasn't Scarf Terrakion, I would have just clicked Sword Stance this turn, and I actually think I would have swept at that point, because he didn't have a switch into Terrakion. But because I'm Scarfed, I'm locked into Close Combat now, so I have to make some plays. So I'm going to switch out here, and I'm going to go out into Geico, my Heliolisk, expecting the Tapu Fini to switch in, as he actually switches in the Tapu Fini, like expected, and he's going to get up that Misty Surge. Now this is good because I can fire off a Volt Switch, and it's going to do a lot of damage to anything on his team. as he is going to withdraw his Tapu Fini. So I'm looking pretty good right now, as he actually goes out into his Celebi. So I thought that was quite interesting, as we are going to go for that Volt Switch. And we're going to go back, and we're going to go into Dry Ice our Mega Glalie, because we immediately threaten this thing out, and we can fire off a nice and powerful return on anything. Kind of wish I brought Explosion, so we can just kill things. But yeah, he's going to withdraw his Celebi out into his Licky. And this thing is a pain. It's so bulky, and it just wishes, and, you know, does this thing. So we're going to Mega Evolve and go fire off that return. And it is going to do a really solid amount to this Licky, because we are a Mega Glalie. And as you can see from that damage, yeah, Mega Glalie strong. So I'm just going to proceed to spam return at this point, because I really need this Licky as low as possible. And if we can force the Protect, I could maybe go into, like, Terrakion. As he goes for the Body Slam right here, and I'm just praying that he doesn't paralyze me again. And he actually doesn't, so some luck on our side, yay. As you can see, another return. It looks like it has, it's probably a roll to knock him out. So I go for it as he goes for a Protect, which is really annoying. I probably should have just gone out into Terrakion right there, and proceed to go for a close combat. But that didn't happen. So yeah, he's gonna get some health back from his leftovers. The mist is gonna disappear. And yeah, we're gonna fire off another return right here, and yeah, this actually KOs. That might have been a high roll, I'm not too sure, but yeah, we knock out the Licky, which is huge. So he goes on to his Magius right here, and I was quite confused by this, but I can't take a hit because I'm naive. So I go into my wall, really, to this thing, and that's Heliolisk as he reveals the Mystical Fire. Now that is amazing prep, and as you can see, our Saltfest is going to allow us to take that a bit better than expected. But yeah, we're going to fire off a Volt Switch. He probably knows I'm AV now. And that Volt Switch actually does a lot, so I kind of wish I went for Dark Pulse, not going to lie. But yeah, I'm going to go into Bullseye because I'm thinking maybe this is Specs. I actually don't know if it was Specs. But yeah, I'm going to go into Terrakion, because we immediately threaten everything on his team with a Stone Edge. He has no switch-ins to it. So I am just going to fire off a Stone Edge right here, as he switches into Celebi, and I'm like, yes, we can get so much damage on the Celebi. No, we missed the Stone Edge. So that's fun. And here I get really aggressive, and I'm like, right, this Celebi's a problem. Let's go out into Druddigon, because we wall it, and he sets up his rocks, which is quite annoying. But yeah, I'm gonna proceed to go for the stealth, my own Stealthrax, I believe, as he goes out into his Magius. That was quite risky. If I went for Dragon Claw, it would have done a lot to this thing. But yeah, I am just gonna set up my rocks, and now I pretty much just sack off Judge Druid right here, as he goes for the Shadow Ball, and it is gonna knock us out, which is fine because I really didn't need this thing, other than for Passimian, but, you know, I can't take, I probably can't even take a close combat after rocks. So I go into Geico here, and I'm just gonna fire off a Volt Switch again, I believe, as he does withdraw, which shows he's most likely Scarfed, Specs. Or choosing some mana, he might have been Scarfed, I don't know. So I am going to fire off a Volt Switch. Kind of wish I clicked Dark Pulse expecting the Celebi. But you know, if we landed that Stone Edge, that Celebi would be really, really low. As I'm going to go into Time Wizard because I'm like, okay, it's time to set up against this thing. As this turn I'm going to be able to click the Shift Gear. But yeah, as you'll see in these next couple of turns, that Stone Edge damage on the Celebi would have... well, you'll just see. As he does reveal the Earth Power right here, Kind of completely forgot Celebi even got Earth Power. And then at that point, I was just like, oh my god, what am I doing? But I'm in there now. I have to go through with it. Yeah. So I set up the shift gear, and this turn I'm going to be able to go for the Calm Mind. Kind of wish I had Ice Beam on this thing now. But yeah, we don't have Ice Beam. So what can you do? We needed Thunderbolt, really, to at least hit the Magmortar, which I really was expecting to wall this thing. I feel like an AV set may have done better this week, to be honest. Or like a Sugarberry set, so we can catch the Dragonite off guard, but I went with this set, and it definitely could have worked, but as you'll see, the Earth Power is doing a lot to us, as we're going to get leftovers back, and now you'll see with the Stone Edge damage, because one turn, he either would have been like really, really low to the point where +1 Dazzling Gleam might have been able to KO him, or to the point where he was forced to recover. As you can see, that Dazzling Gleam is not going to do enough. If only I was running Flare Cannon, because I think that actually would have just KO'd him. And as you'll see, we're not going to be able to 2-hit KO the Celebi, and I have no other option but to sack Time Wizard right here. So yeah, that Stone Edge miss was kind of huge, not going to lie. But, you know, it happens, it's Pokemon. It's a thing. So I'm going to go for the Dazzling Gleam right here, and pretty much here I knew I'd lost the game, because I had Terrakion, Crobat, who is paralyzed, and it has to take 25% from rocks. But yeah, Celebi's going to pick up the kill on my Terrakion, not my Terrakion, on my Magearna, there we go, Jesus. I'm glad to Terrakion, click Stone Edge because he didn't have Switch in, and we miss. Now you could argue that I could have gone out into Mega Glalie, which I probably should have done. Why didn't I go out into Mega Glalie? I'm dumb. I'm actually dumb. I should have. I know why, because I take 25% from rocks, and then not Terrakion, Dragonite can do its thing against me. And the second Stone Edge, the third Stone Edge, which I actually land, isn't going to take it out, and Terrakion's dead, which is one of my win conditions. And yeah, you can probably tell how this is gonna go. We're gonna take the L this week, which is fine. I'm just gonna go out into Geico, because I outspeed this thing. I can fire off a Dark Pulse and knock this thing out. So we are gonna do that. I literally could have gone out into anything but Terrakion and killed this thing, and we would have been fine. But you know that doesn't happen because I'm dumb. And here, I'm going to make another dumb play. I'm going to switch out into Crobat on the Passimian. And he's going to go for Rock Slide, a 90% accurate move. Stone Edge is 80% accurate. And he's going to land his Rock Slide. And it's not going to knock us out, which means I actually could have roosted versus this thing if I just sacked off Heliolisk and then come back in. But yeah, that's not going to happen. He's going to land his second Rock Slide and knock out the Crobat. So that's fun. He lands 2 Rock Slides. I miss 2 Stone Edges. But don't worry, it gets a lot better. So we're going to go out into Dry Ice at this point. I know I've lost, so there's really no point. So yeah, this is spoilers now. He's going to land 4 Rock Slides. And win the game with Scarf Passimian. Looking back at the match, team matchup was bad. I did know that. I was speaking to my team and I was like, oh god, yeah, this matchup isn't looking too great for me this week. But yeah, sending in Terrakion against Celebi probably wasn't the best idea. I definitely think Terrakion... Yeah, I played pretty crappy there. I shouldn't have relied on Stone Edge like that. That was kind of dumb of me when I could have just gone out into anything else. So a mixture of some hacks with the Stone Edge misses, and as well as the misplays on my part, is going to pick us up a loss this week in the VPL. However, our teammates did manage to win. Our teammates are Sophie, Shiny Sophia, I think her name, like her username is, Bluesy, Greg, who is Slow Formula, and Matt. So those are our teammates, and Sophie, Bluesy, and Greg managed to pick up a win this week. So I think we're 1-on-1 and 0 differential, because we took a 4-0 loss, which is pretty... that hurts. So yeah, although I am enjoying this team, I think this team is fun. I am a bit annoyed with the Stone Edge misses, but you know, it's what happens when you rely on Stone Edge, right? In reality, I probably could have packed Rock Slide, but Stone Edge just hits so much harder, and that's the sacrifice you take, and it's Pokemon, so you just gotta move on from it. Next week we take on Squirtacular. Yeah, so yeah, and he kind of got swept by Bluesy's Linoon. So yeah, we'll see how that one goes. So yeah, guys, thank you all for watching. This has been DarudeLeafStorm, and I'll see you all later. Bye, guys.